Let's crack these bitches. Okay. I'll read mine. Do it. Welcome to Curated and Crafted. We're your hosts, Dominique and Kinsey. Yeah, two women building brands, businesses, and lives with soul. Here we pour out the real stories behind luxury brands, unforgettable events, and the mindset it takes to build something that lasts. No fluff, no filters, just the craft, the courage, and the conversations that matter. So grab your drink, get inspired, and let's craft something worth remembering. Welcome back. Yeah. Episode 5. Let's just do a little bit of a check-in. How you doing, girl?
Good. And one of the things is where you notice yourself feeling fed or depleted. That's a good one.
Fed or depleted. So pick one.
I've done both.
Oh, you did both. That's because you wrote the questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the depleted one, I'm saving because that's an episode all in of itself.
Okay, deal.
All about human capital. So we'll just.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear about that.
That's a teaser, folks. That's a teaser. It's going to be a good one, too. Let me tell you.
I can't wait to hear that. I'm so glad we've got you in this chair sharing your wisdom finally. Okay, so.
But wait till I really learn to just let it all out.
To crack open?
Yeah. It's coming.
It is. I feel it. Every time we sit in this chair, I can feel it.
Yeah, it's like the
climb.
It's the boiling in the volcano, or it's like, the tip of the iceberg and everything else is underneath. So I'm ready
for the avalanche. Let's go.
It's tsunami. I don't know what it's going to be. Something wild. A wild ride for
It's going to be Yellowstone's volcano of wisdom.
Yeah.
Spread all over the nation.
How about you? Where have you felt fed and depleted specifically this week?
This week, I feel really fed in the sense of what I'm working on. I feel clear on the last little bit of projects I want to wrap up before we get into our busy season. I feel good about getting those done. I feel like I'm pretty on track with them too. And I don't feel overwhelmed by them at the moment. Nice. I think that we've kind of worked out a lot of the kinks. We've gotten into a really good routine in our new systems. I feel really good about where we're at here. With my company, I feel really good about the most recent conversations I've had with the team. Nice. I'm not ready to share all of that quite yet, but we've got some really cool things in the pipeline and have been having really in-depth conversations with each other. So the three of us are really on the same page now. And I would say in my personal life, I feel like I'm getting back into a routine and a schedule. I've spent the last few weeks really determining what I'm keeping on my plate and what I'm not. The one piece that I feel depleted in is homeschool.
So hard.
We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I've just completely not paid attention to it whatsoever over the summer, but it's now time to lock in a curriculum and a plan with Ryan to teach our kids since we avoid public school. But yeah, that's really it on my plate and all my buckets, I would say, majority of them. I have been taking up a new venture of taking photos everywhere I'm going with my camera. I'm finally learning how to freaking use it and edit it, which we've been seeing me do. So that's like a new thing. That's really been really fun too.
And they're beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Everyone's been telling me, I'm like, damn, should I have been a photographer this whole time? I don't know. Maybe so. I just really enjoy it. And I think in this world that we're in, we should just be content creators. That's a whole other subject,
Episode 7.
Yeah, I know. We already have the next
8, 9, 10. Who
planned
knows?
out. We already have some. Where are you at? Tell me what's going on in your brain in your week. How you doing?
Feel good. Yeah, I do. Excited for season to start coming in, right? And to see kind of the systems and processes we put in place kind of actually as we're getting busier, really come to full circle. I'm excited about our clients that we've been working with more and more frequently. I'm excited that they're coming to us with specific requests, and we're able to
fun
ideas and bring them to life. So that's amazing. And so, just a lot of really wonderful things in the pipeline.
I know. Your kids are going back to school
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
How do you think they spent their summer? You feel good about it?
I do. Yeah.
They were both out and about doing their own thing.
They were living their best lives.
Yeah.
Living their best lives.
Seriously.
Yes. Yeah.
And you only have a few more years with Colton.
I know. Crazy.
Which I don't like thinking about that. Even on my own, I can't imagine how you feel.
No, it's crazy to think about that. And kind of
becoming an actual man and contributing to society.
Yeah.
What?
Which is interesting. I can't remember what podcast it was, but it was this gentleman that said something that, and went on in school and did his doctorate and said something that if I were to look back at things that I would do differently, and one of them was being a kid and enjoying and
Yes.
right, like so many people try to grow up and get
Too
jobs
quick.
too quick, blah blah blah.
Yep.
And when I look at Colton, my oldest, he just embodies living life.
He's very present.
Yeah, and he loves his friends. He loves being social. He loves experiences. And I think the beautiful thing is he acknowledges it and realizes it and knows that that's a gift that he has, right? He's like, Mom, I have the rest of my life to work. And yes, I like to work and make money so I can, Mom doesn't have to be, and Dad have to be the bank all the time, right? But like,
That would be nice.
you know, but
Colton.
but I understand that I only have so much time to be able to be with friends and enjoy. And I'm
he
like,
has his whole life to work.
yeah, I'm like, man, you've got it figured out, buddy. Like, really? Yeah. Anywho, so that's
It's so exciting, though. Also, bittersweet, right?
oh, yeah,
You don't want to see them go.
no,
You know, I grew up very fast. So I feel like I was on the other side of what
Totally.
you're saying. And I don't regret anything. I think I was dealt the cards I was dealt for a reason, right? I wholeheartedly think that. I do think about what I did miss out on being a kid while still being a kid. But then I look around my life right now and I'm like, I've created the life for my children that I wanted. I'm like, so I just get to live vicariously through them.
totally.
And I get to do all the kid things that I don't know if I really should be doing as adult, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm going to
I
do
love that.
jujitsu. I'm going to go hiking. I'm going to learn new skills. I'm going to do whatever my kids are doing because who's going to stop me?
Why not?
And I also feel young still. You know, I was talking the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be 32 next, right? And I'm like, I still feel like I'm just turned 21.
Right.
I'm
Totally.
like, I'm just going to hone in on that.
Keep
and it kind of
feeling
helps that I look like I'm 12. So I'm just like,
100%.
what are you talking about? I'm 21. I don't know what you're talking about. How do you have an 11-year-old? I don't know. It just happened.
Yeah.
I adopted him. No.
Totally. Yep.
Exactly.
No, I love that. I love that. And I think too, it's like when I look now, having our own businesses,
Yeah.
right? What that looks like. And sometimes you create your own business so you can have the freedoms to do certain things. On the other side of it, though, you create a business and you realize, man, sometimes there are moments when you don't have that freedom because you have to do all the things, wear all the hats.
You're
make sure-
obligated.
right? And so it's like that I'm going into business so that I don't have to work 40 hours a week for someone else, but you end
But
up
then you're
working
doing 80.
120, 80 to, you know,
Do what you love.
yeah. And I think that's really what our podcast is today, right? About growing your business. And are you growing it for you because it feeds your soul and something you love? Or do you get lost in the client side of it and the things that you don't, right? So I think that kind of a segue into what we're talking about today.
Yeah, you build it for freedom, and you get that freedom because you get to build it how you want to live. You get to build a business around the lifestyle you want to create. When you get enough clients and you create a name for yourself and you're then known for doing something, there's reputation on the line. There's reviews on the line. There's accountability on the line. There's your brand on the line. And then it can become sucked into all you do is for them.
Yes.
And then not for you anymore. And so it's like you start this to get freedom. You end up creating a beast that is successful in its own right in all different ways. And then you get owned by the client side of it. And you get stuck sometimes. And how do you even know you're stuck?
Yeah.
That's a great question. And that's immediately what came to my brain of like, how do I know if I'm stuck building something that's not for me anymore that was originally for me, right? Just because you build a business and get it to a point where other people are running it doesn't mean it shouldn't reflect what the business stands for or why you built it in the first place. But it can get skewed. Culture doesn't always make the top of the list, right? Or, But I think that if you're running a company that you're not excited to work with the people that have hired you any longer, that is a huge sign that you are not doing this for you anymore, and you're only doing it for the clients and whatever a laundry list of other mostly ego-driven things, because it's usually I care about what other people think. I care about their reputation. I care that I made a name for myself in this lane, and I'm scared to go back to whatever lane it is. I'm whatever the case may be, whatever mental roadblock it is, you can pivot. You can change. You can create a whole other side of your company. That's A-okay. Like, keep this beast. Let the people that are running it run it if they enjoy it. But I think it's an even bigger sign if your employees hate the clients working with those clients too. And we get them far and few between. But if you are not attracting the people that you love working with, that you can collab with, and then your staff enjoy working with, that's all for you. That's all for them. That's all aligned.
Yes.
But as soon as you hate working with the people that are on your list and they drain you, you're like, red flag.
And I think sometimes, yes, those red flags. And there are plenty of times when we can say, you know what, this is not the right fit, and we may not be a good match to work together anymore, and that's okay. But sometimes too, it is more of setting that foundation and expectations, right? Like the boundaries of this is how we're going to do it, right? And here's what I'm going to ask of you. Here's what you can expect when we're going to deliver this. And then that way too, the client will have a guidebook of when am I going to expect to have this information? When do I need to give you this information? So it's more of, I think sometimes
providing clarity,
because as a business owner myself, usually in the past, 24/7, I will respond. I am there. I am going to serve you. That is right. Yeah. But that can't. Then that's when it turns from what feeds you to then when it's like draining, right? And
Full
so
draining.
Knowing that, and when you get to a point in your business where you've grown to a certain size capacity, there's going to be that point in time where you have to go, okay, I need to put in those boundaries. I need to create a system. I need to
set proper expectations.
I need to bring on more employees to help, whatever that might look like. Because if you continue to go down that road where it is just draining, there's going to be a point where you're not going to come back from it.
Yeah, and it might not even be the wrong type of client, but it just might be too many.
Correct.
That they're all coming just to you. Like you're their go-to, but you have a team. Yeah. And I'm sorry, love you so much. I'm actually focusing on this area of the company now. Like who you really want to talk to is X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Go that way, right? Yeah. And it's like, call me if you're not getting what you need over there. Exactly. I'm absolutely here for you, but this is really their role. They're going to take care of you. This is what they do. Yeah. But also the other points that you made, you grew a lot in that. You used to respond to everyone almost
all the time. Yeah.
24/7, anytime. And I remember first coming on the team and I was like, Are you answering them right now? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, no. They're going to wait 48 hours to at least hear from me. You know what I mean? I'm like, you don't know why? Because there's also 14 other people that reached out in email prior to you, but just because you're texting me, you want me right now. Like, I will answer you, I promise. I tell this to all of my clients in all the sales calls because all of our planning packages get unlimited communication. What the hell does that mean, right? Like, you can reach out to me as much as you want. You're not going to bother me. Email me, call me, text me. But I promise you, I will respond when I can, as fast as I can. Right. But if I have 6 events on my plate this week and your wedding is in a year, right, you are not my priority right now. Yep. I promise you, I will answer you when I can. I'd rather you text me that 2 a.m. thing that woke you up in the middle of the night that's driving you insane, and I will answer you and ease your brain as soon as I can. Like, get it out. But just know, just because I don't answer right away, that you're not a priority. And like setting those boundaries on right when I meet them. Like, if you want me to be responding to you right away, I am not for you. Yeah. Because it's not going to happen. It will happen in the month of your wedding. Like, because it's all hands on deck. Like, at the month of your wedding, you are now my priority. Totally. And your event is right here, right now. Yeah. We need responses immediately. it just shifts and the energy changes. I've also created different ways of which I communicate. Like I created a chat bot and a chat feature. I also created that whole planning tool for them. So they can just drop their notes and their comments and their questions, and it allows me to get to them.
You're giving them the resources to answer a lot of those questions and ease their mind from the jump, instead of, oh, I thought of it, you know, so that's brilliant.
You're texting me in the middle of the night, hey, what time am I supposed to be ready by, or what time is my family supposed to be there? Oh, go check your planning portal. The timeline's in there. The family timeline's in there. The bridesmaids timeline's in there. Check your portal before you ask me, right? But you have to train them to do that. I think that's a huge piece. To your point, all of what you just listed out of explaining expectations, clarity, you're training your clients on how to interact with you and your brand.
Yeah.
It's like they don't know unless you teach them.
For sure. Yeah.
And I feel like when you have a process that you can teach them, they enjoy it and they know what to expect, and they come back because they're like, oh, there's no second guessing what I get from them.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So cool. I also think that if you're executing on things for an applause rather than joy, you're stuck in that same place.
Yeah.
You're not doing it for you anymore. Especially in our industry, there's so many trends.
My goodness. Yes.
That pop up every freaking second, especially with social media. There's a million different reels we need to make, a million different designs we want to touch. And when you start doing it for specifically those things, and I know we touched on this in another episode, but it's the same trap you get into, not enjoying and creating a brand that actually represents you. You're just copying and pasting what other people are doing.
Right.
And you can do them in your own way. 1,000% do it. Follow the trends, but in your own way, so that it represents you well, and you're showing up with joy, not because you have to.
Yes.
Right? I think chasing the likes and the counts gets you in that trap as well. But it's a trap we're all in, because why? Social media is a must. If you're not on social media, like, you're not anywhere. Which is shitty, because I hate social media personally.
Yeah.
But here we are on a freaking podcast, because finally willing to let everyone in and willing to put myself on that platform and share what we have going on. But it took us a while to get here.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, I think, if you think of what we have created and where we are with really not doing those things, right? Like being kind of quiet, but doing and running our business and showing up and making sure. I mean, to me, I think oftentimes why our social presence has not been as strong as it could or should be is because we're so focused on our clients and making sure those events are going off. And not only the events, but the amount of communication we have with our clients, making sure that they feel tended to, making sure that those expectations, right? The assumptions. I want to get rid of those assumptions that they know, here's what we're doing. This is your vision, right? The client's vision, and this is here how we're going to bring it to the table. We're so in tune with that part of it, and making sure that our team then knows how to fulfill that vision for the client, that we haven't been so present in showcasing that or getting that.
We've been building.
We've been building. So it's kind of crazy, like where most people do have, you see now, I think people spend so much time on documenting and sharing. And it's like, now it's like, oh my gosh, like.
Yeah, we kind of missed the bucket on showing them all of what we built while we were building it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, we kind of have to reverse engineer that a little bit. But we were locked in and didn't find it a priority.
Yeah. Well, and the content strategy has changed. People, it's now like, it wasn't, we had talked about this earlier, that people weren't necessarily looking at the behind the scenes. It was like what they were showing was the end result, which I think is what we did when we were posting social. And it's more like, do people really want to see what we do behind the scenes? Like, is that
and now we're seeing that everywhere.
Yeah. And I'm like,
okay, we could do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that now.
Okay.
I can't wait for people to see our crazy ass personalities.
We really are crazy.
I know.
I
embrace
it's
that.
Exciting, but for me, that's also obviously nerve-wracking for me. But it'll be fine. It'll be great.
You'll be great.
It'll be great.
Because we're just going to make fool of ourselves no matter what.
No matter what. And it doesn't have to be hard. That's
Correct.
the thing. That's the beauty of it.
Right.
And your clients and their clients love it. I think that for me is, for us and what we do, what has been that area of like,
Yeah.
this is the different. This is what makes us.
Yeah,
different.
we get to have fun. We get to create new things. I think you've also positioned Liquid Caterers as an authority of this space, and that we are always innovating on what's new in the beverage space and or creating it, right? Like how many times do we have roundtable conversations on what are the clients asking for? What new activations can we make with the stuff we already have in house?
Yeah.
What can we easily build or bring in and repackage in fun different ways? Like that's always part of the conversation. But because that's always part of the conversation, it allows Liquid Caterers to stay at the forefront of what's happening and leading in the cool shit, because we're known for the experience side, not just the bartending side. And that's our piece. Like if you're just looking for bartending, great.
We got you.
But you're not getting all of us. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
Like you're missing out on, I would say, what is the best pieces of who we are and what we do, because it's the whole experience. Than just the bartending.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee to cocktails, right?
Tell ya. Yes, yes. So this is a question for you that I think that you're going to just,
Okay.
you're going to like it. What are your biggest non-negotiables when it comes to a client work or project design?
My non-negotiables for a project. That's interesting. I like that question. My non-negotiable is you need to allow me in enough so I can tell that story.
Oh, I like that.
Like from a designer standpoint.
Right.
Like I'll speak on weddings, right? Because weddings are the most intimate, I would say. We would say spend for a full planning client the first 3-ish months diving into who they really are as individuals and as a couple, what matters to them individually and what matters to them as a couple. I also learn about their families. I learn about where they came from. I learn about the annoying people that are in their lives that we're going to have to battle.
Yes.
I know what is going to bring them anxiety or joy. I know how they act in crowds when all the eyeballs are on them. These are the random questions that we spend time learning so that I create an experience that doesn't drain them, that doesn't cause massive anxiety on a wedding day, where they aren't building in breaks because they get social anxiety, or it doesn't matter, whatever it is. I cannot design an experience, an event, anything without you allowing me in. The more you allow me in, the better job that we can do. So that's a huge non-negotiable for us. I'm not sure I have very many others, and I only say that because everyone is so different. I would say in every event to me is a blank slate. I don't want them to look, feel, and be the same. I cannot stand when people are like, can you just copy what they did over here and do it over here? And I'm like, no. Like if you want me to do that on a sales call, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not that human. We can use that as inspiration, but I will never just copy and paste somebody else's stuff. And I understand where they're coming from, because they're usually not creative beings. They're really like, I saw this and I just want it. Like, this is exactly what I want. And I was like, yeah, well, this is exactly made for somebody else's story. So we can get very similar, very close, but we're going to make it for you. And they're like, okay, absolutely. Then I'm like, we're in. We're the right kind of people. But if they're like, oh no, but I really just want it to be like this, I'm like, great. You know what? I can sell you my planning tool. You can plan it yourself and call me if you need help. You know what I mean? Because the map's already laid out. You know exactly what you're looking for. Show all those photos to all the vendors you want to hire. They'll do it. But if you're looking for a design, you're looking for a planner, that's what you're purging.
For sure.
You know? Have you ever experienced getting anxiety looking at your calendar? I wanted to bring this up because it's in the same theme of, are we enjoying what we're working on? Are we adding too much to where we're not able to fit in the things that we're supposed to be working on? Like, walk me through your relationship with your calendar.
Gosh, so this is you'll probably go, yeah, this makes sense. probably where I get the most anxiety would be when the calendar is empty.
Ooh.
When it's full and I can look at it, and I wish people could see our calendars, what it looks like come September, October.
Do you guys want to see
It is.
Should we show it to them? 200 events a month?
It may give them anxiety. But it's, to me, that lights me up. It absolutely does, because my brain goes, awesome. Like, you get excited about who you're servicing, what you're doing. But then my brain goes into the logistics of how it's all going to come together, right? And you see all the pieces and like,
I love that piece.
Mapping it out in your brain of all of those things.
I can understand the anxiety showing up when the calendar's empty, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge anxiety for anybody running a business. Like, oh shit, where are the sales at, right?
Yeah.
On the flip side, if your calendar is full and you're not properly managed, like you said, if you don't have the proper systems, that's a telltale sign that you need to work on internal systems and structure and not sales, right? Like, I think a calendar might be a good universal tool of like where you need to be at. Is your calendar full? Cool, go work on internal systems and scale. If it's not full, cool, go work on marketing and sales. Like, it kind of is like a good
indicator of
where you're at.
You need to be. Yeah.
That's interesting. That just popped in my brain. And I think that's also a good indicator is if you constantly feel like you're pouring out and there's not enough people or technology taking things off your plate, you're missing systems.
Right.
You're missing automations. That is a piece that you need to wholeheartedly work on. And we were there a year ago.
Yeah.
We realized that we have a full calendar and we're like, oh my gosh, how do we make sure we uphold the quality now?
Absolutely.
Right? And we did.
Yeah.
But we had to double down and be like, scratch this system, create a whole new one, keep this one, optimize it here.
Absolutely.
Whatever the case may be, it was like, you've got to like sit and check in. Check in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check in with us. Curated Crafted. No.
Absolutely. Yep.
Is there ever a time that you have asked yourself, would I still do this if it was half the money?
Ooh. Yeah. Because then I think of sometimes, what else would I do? Right? Like, I'm not doing this just for the money.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Right.
And it is the components of what we do. There's some that, of course, drive me bananas. I'm like,
which is why you have people like me to do those pieces.
You know, yes. And just as much as I said earlier, the human capital side of it is exhausting at times, but it's also what lights me up. On both sides, the relationships that we have created with our clients is something that is just, I love when they can email me and say, hey, this is what we are wanting. And it could be a couple sentences, and I'm like, I've got you.
Yeah.
Boom.
Done.
And that's it. And they're like, thank you.
you. That was
Right?
it. Thank you.
But on the other side of it is we have a team of amazing baristas and bartenders that work with us that getting to know them and providing something that they're needing. It's often a second income for them, or they're doing it because they enjoy it, right? And it's something that they used to do, but maybe they have a full-time job now, and this is something they do, and this, whatever it might be.
That's very much so.
That part lights me up. So the answer would be yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sometimes think that I would love to half all of my expenses and make life simpler, right? I think about that too, because I'm like, yeah, I would actually do it. I would make my life completely simpler and still do what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, like it's when you're doing it for you and you're made to do it.
Yeah.
I was going to say is you get caught in being the engine instead of the muse. And when you're the owner and it's your baby, you are the muse. You need to remember that everyone looks to you and that you need to be an example of what you want to create and constantly be reiterating that to your team, to your clients, to yourself so that you stay aligned and on track. Because when you're exhausted, your magic is gone.
Yeah.
And when you're feeding into the people that don't serve you and fuel you, like, you know that when you leave a conversation with someone, you feel drained or energized.
100%.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And everyone has people in their life that are like, oh, I got to talk to this person again. Like, actually, can you call me in like 5 minutes and save me? I have to go into this meeting, but call me in like 7.5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all I need to save my peace, and I'm out. We all have people like that in our lives, and I think we need to recognize that it's okay to fire people internally and clients.
Oh, yeah, say that again.
Fire them all. You have full permission to fire people that don't align. And I know that's scary. I know that you think they're not going to be replaced, and I know that you think that it's not going to happen again for you, but it will, and it'll be even better. You want to know why? Because it's with the right people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the people that are willing to happily pay for your services, happily trust you as the expert, and happily not give you a hard fucking time to do your job. Because that's what we're doing. We're serving people. We're in a service industry. We want to serve you. We don't want to give you a shitty experience.
Yeah.
Let us do what we do. Trust us to do what we do.
That's
and
right.
stop operating out of fear, because what goes around comes around wholeheartedly.
I think that's a great way to end this. What goes around comes around on all aspects, right? I think for us, when we talk about who we want as clients and who we want to be to those clients, I think it is do what you say you're going to do. And from the client perspective also, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think they have to be accountable and responsible for the information they're giving us, the experience they're asking us to create, and then let us do what we do.
Any last thoughts on that?
No.
I said what I had to say.
No.
I said what I said. That was it.
I think my last thoughts is stick to the alignment piece, because it is going to be ever evolving. There will be moments where it fuels you and it's exciting. There'll be moments where you are so focused and it feels like your clients are driving it and owning you. And then you have to you have to have the ability to realize that and go, I need to get back in realignment.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
And it's okay that it happened.
Yeah.
Don't be
Dude,
mad at
I don't know,
yourself.
if you go to a chiropractor, you go and you get adjusted, you get realigned, you pop out of alignment as a human all the time. It's natural for us to do that. So what do? You get back in alignment. Same thing with the business. It's going to happen regardless in many different areas. It's not always just with clients, internal staff, whatever it might be. Get back in alignment.
Yeah.
It's okay to be out. Get back in.
I wonder if we took the time. This is a random idea. This is happening. Okay.
It's kicking.
This might not make it to the episode.
That's
but
fine.
what if we thought about our businesses as a whole body?
Yeah. You are so right, actually, in the sense of this podcast episode 10 coming up. People. But, right, if you are aware of your body tells you things all the time.
You gotta
when
listen.
It's not in alignment, right? And if you listen to your body, you can then get it back in quicker. But if you don't listen, all of a sudden this, and it right? Like, so catch it, pay attention, listen to what's happening. When it's out of I love that so much, because then
That's a whole episode.
whole episode.
My brain just had a new idea.
Was great.
Thank you.
I like it. I approve that message.
We're gonna spitball it on
Yeah.
episode 10 and
I
figure
love
that
it.
out. We'll get a whiteboard. You know what? We'll get a skeleton.
Yeah,
And we'll have him here. He'll be.
love it.
We'll have to name him because we name everything.
Everything. All right, that's this round for Curated and Crafted. The process is messy. The vision is worth it. Stay rooted, stay bold, and keep crafting a life that feels like yours. We'll catch you next time.
See you later, mofos.
See you later.